Evening everybody. So I asked Instagram to ask me some questions and I was going to do a video answering them. So this might interest some of you, it might not, but here we go. First question was, what do I do for work? So I actually work 4 jobs. 2 of them I won't speak about because that's quite a delve into my personal life. But one of the jobs that I do, I'm a groom for a lovely yard a couple of times a week. And then obviously my 4th job, I guess I count now social media as a 4th job because I do take an income from this. So yeah, 4 jobs. The next one is Max my horse? No, Max isn't my horse. Max is my mum's horse. He's her dressage horse. Next question was, why do I ride in wellies? Quite simply, I can't afford riding boots, and secondly, I'm actually really lazy. I don't have a setup. I have a muddy swamp of a field, so having to change my shoes and carry shoes down to the muddy field and swap them is a lot of work when I can just keep wellies on my feet. That is literally the 2. How often do I clean my tack? When it needs it. Will I get more horses? I am not planning on getting more horses. My dream favourite horse breed? My favourite horse breed is Hanoverian, but I don't necessarily have a dream breed. I like breed specifics for certain disciplines, like an Arab for endurance, hence why I got Leo. My favourite Disney film is Pocahontas. There was a couple of funny ones in this. 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck. Now, I'd probably go for the 1 horse-sized duck because then I could try and ride it. That would be my answer. And then another funny one was in a world... Would you rather have a world full of horses or a world full of humans? Obviously, with me existing, I'd much rather have a world full of horses. Imagine how much riding I could do. And there would be no one around to stop me. Okay, next question was, how long have I been riding and what got me into horses? So my mum is horsey, so I've grown up around horses. So I've always been on a horse's back or ridden horses since I was nothing, a dot, 0. So I'm in my 30s now, so I've been riding over 30 years, or sitting on a horse for over 30 years, should I say. The next question was around costs of keeping multiple horses and the time it takes to do it. So Max isn't my horse. I do like half of him on the him in from the field and I ride him and sort him out basically. Most of the time mum's really mucked him out though. So mum does Max, and then Darcy and Leo, because they're field kept, there's not really a lot of chores involved with that. They are just there. They get fed, they get hay twice a day, and obviously checked on and the water's done, but there's not any real involvement in that until you start taking into account brushing and riding, which you would do anyway, if you see what I mean. So time wise and money wise, it's much cheaper to have horses field kept compared to livery, and yeah. There were quite a few questions about Leo. So what did I look for when I went to get Leo? So the whole thing with Leo came up really quickly. I thought to myself, do you know what? I've got Grebe and Darcy who are both in their 20s. They are really great bomb-proof horses. Why don't I get a youngster? It'd be a good time to do that. And then I've got myself something for the future. And I wanted a very tall Arab, and very tall Arabs are very hard to find in the UK. So it was a bit like I just got to wait for something to come up. I might have to go for something younger that might make height. And then a friend of mine on here actually sent me a advert for Leo, and I rang the breeder and I had a long conversation with him about it, and I ummed and ahmed, is he going to make height, blah blah blah. I thought, you know, it's worth a punt, I'm going to go see him. I really like the horse. I'd researched the breeder, I'd spoke to other people that had horses from him, and I took a chance, went up and saw him and bought him there and then. So what I looked for Leo is I wanted an Arab that could possibly make the height that I need the horse to make, because I'm very tall, I can't ride small horses. I wanted him to have a good amount of bone for an Arab, and what I mean by that is Arabs are generally quite spindly horses, but you can get some heavier set Arabs as an Arab comes. So Leo's got a nice amount of bone for an Arab, and I wanted something to do endurance on, so Arabs are perfect for that. And I also wanted a chestnut, which he is, and he obviously has the bonuses of having flaxen mane, and I will not buy a horse if it has small ears. It's one of my rules. I have to have a horse with big ears. I've always found that the horses with the big ears have the best personalities. And the next questions were around how long till I can ride him and what my plans for him. So Leo's 2.5 years old now. I'm not going to ride him until he's 4. And then for between the ages of 4 and 5, it's going to be light work. lots of small short hacks, educational things, getting his brain working. It's more about brain than exercise at that point. And then when he's 5, I'm going to start trying to get into some low level stuff with him for endurance. I am going to do some showing with Leo next year, just so he gets used to going to pony parties and stuff like that, some young stock classes, and really that's my plans with Leo. Leo is going to do showing and endurance, but endurance will be his main thing. If Leo takes a liking to any other discipline, I am more than open to do it. If he is better at jumping than he is endurance, then I might have to leave the ground. If he's great at dressage, I'm quite happy to try that with him, but I bought him to do endurance, and that is my plan with him. If it doesn't work out, I will rethink his job. He's not going to go anywhere if he doesn't get on with endurance. He will just have a different job. And yeah, that's it really. So this is a really long video. I hope you enjoy it.